Hello everyone, welcome to Marlin Chess Kids. Today we'll show you the game played by Nodirbek and Jeffery. The game starts with pawn to e4, e6, d4, d5, bishop d3, d takes e4, bishop takes e4, knight f6, and knight and the bishop to f3, and bishop to e7. And in this is the first 5 moves and the position was equal. Then the game continued with knight to e2, castling from the black and castling from white. And now the white played a very great move by playing c5, which pushing the pawn to attack the d4 pawn. Then bishop to e3, and here you have queen to c7, and knight b to c3 to develop the knight, and you have rook to d8, and now you have two pieces attacking the center pawn of the d4, and then queen to c1 to avoid from being pinned by the rook, and the black play knight to c6, continue to develop the knight, and now you have three pieces attacking the d4 pawn, and here the black has an edge. Then the white continue, bishop takes c6, take away the knight, and the queen capture again the bishop. Then d takes c5, and bishop capture the pawn again. Then rook to d1 to go for the exchange, and black play bishop to d7, continue to develop all the pieces, and now knight d4 attacking the queen, then queen to c7, and white play a3, preparing to go for b4 and attack the bishop. So knight g4 was played, and here has a very interesting idea of sacrificing the knight. Then bishop to f4, attacking the queen, and here you have e5, prevent the attack, and also the pawn are able to fall the knight and the bishop. And here the black is clearly better in this position. So then the bishop go to g3, maintaining the pin. Therefore the pawn cannot capture the knight. If the pawn to capture the knight, then the bishop will win the queen and capture the queen. Bishop takes c7, and if the bishop capture the knight, then the rook will capture the bishop, and the black is slightly better. So after bishop g3, the black made one of the great moves by sacrificing the knight. Knight takes f2, and if the king capture the knight, then you can have the bishop to g4 and attack the rook, and then g4 capture the rook, and if the rook to move away from any place, example like you move to d3, then the rook will just capture the knight with the three pieces attacking the knight. So after bishop takes f2, the black play e takes d4, take the knight. Then the knight move to e4 to the center of the square, and now the black continue to attack with bishop to f5 and attack the knight. So it is better for the black to play bishop b6, and after this, then you can move the bishop to attack, because if you attack with the bishop f5, then the white will use the knight to exchange and trade off the bishop at c5. So in this game, the knight captured the bishop and the queen captured again the knight. Then the white continued to play c3 with the idea of attack the pawn at d4 and capture the pawn. So queen to c6 was played, and the white play bishop takes d4, and in this position we have equal pieces, and the black is only slightly better in the game. So in order to convert this game to a winning position, can you find what is the black idea in this game? I give you a couple of seconds to figure this out. Well, congratulations for those who found the answer, and for those who like to enjoy the show, move the black to convert the game to a winning position. The black play rook to e8, and here the idea is to move the rook to the rank to rook to e2 and capture the pawn at b2. You also can double up the rook to have the rank 2 attack the king, and also can attack the g2 file, g2 pawn. And this is one of the strategy that the black can play. So after rook to e8, the white play queen to f4, then rook to e2, and now the black plan to checkmate with the queen capture the pawn at g2, then the queen to g3 to prevent the mate, and also here the white continue to make a attack and also checkmate with queen capture the pawn at g7 and checkmate. Then the black also defend by playing bishop to g6, and now the white continue to play rook to e1 to exchange of the rook, and the black capture the free pawn, rook takes b2. Then now the white continue to play rook e3 with the idea of double up the rook, and also have the back rank idea and checkmate the king. So the black play rook to e8, then the white continue to play rook a to e1, and after this position the black capture the rook, rook takes e3, and here is one of the tactical blunder which caused the white win the game and the black lose the game. For example, in the actual game, the black play rook takes e3, and you can see it's a red color and it's in the losing position. After rook takes e3, then here you have a mate in 3. I give yourself a second to figure this out. Well, congratulations for those who found the mating idea, and for those who like to enjoy the show, here are the moves. In the actual game, you have the mate in 3, and the brilliant move is queen to b8 and check the king. So after queen to b8, the black resign the game. And if the game to continue, for example, if the rook go to e8 to defend and block the check, you can just capture with the queen. Queen takes e8 and check the king, and in here you have nothing to block the check. Therefore, if the queen to capture back the queen, and you have the queen, the rook to capture the queen, and you have a back rank checkmate. And with this, thank you.